Hey everyone, and welcome to the Deep Dive. We're going to be taking a close look at what we think is a pretty cool career opportunity and might be right up your alley.
Okay.
Working at the University of Melbourne, or as the Aussies call it, UniMelb. I bet some of you out there are thinking like,
Another university job.
exactly, like, oh, come on, another university job posting. But stick with us,
Yeah, this is going to be good.
because today's Deep Dive is going to show you exactly why UniMelb is so different.
Yeah, and you know what's really cool about this is we're not just talking about a job.
Right.
We're talking about joining a community.
Yeah.
UniMelb consistently ranks among the top universities globally.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not just by chance.
Okay, so let's get into what makes it so special.
Right.
I mean, honestly, when I saw that UniMelb is Australia's second oldest university, founded all the way back in 1853,
Wow.
I was floored.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
You'd think a place that old would be a little stuck in its ways, but it's actually the opposite.
I know, right? They're constantly innovating and pushing the boundaries.
Which makes a lot of sense when you think about it,
It does.
because they've been attracting brilliant minds for almost 200 years, creating this amazing environment where knowledge is always being created and shared.
You got it.
Now, I know you said UniMelb's like its own little city.
It is.
So what kind of career paths can people explore there?
Well, you're right. It is really diverse. Of course, there's the traditional academic roles like
Professors.
professors, lecturers, researchers.
Right.
But UniMelb is also a major employer with all kinds of other jobs.
Right.
Administration, HR, IT, you name it.
Wow.
It's really like a microcosm of a city.
So it's not just for academics then?
No, not at all.
That's really cool. You know, I was looking at their benefits package on academicjobs.com,
Oh, yeah.
and I've got to say they really go above and beyond. That
Right.
25% discount on graduate courses for employees and Halshe, their family members.
That's a great benefit.
I know.
It shows how much they value their employees
For sure.
and their families.
Def-
They want everyone to have the opportunity to learn and grow.
Which honestly is just brilliant for fostering that culture of continuous learning, don't you think?
100%. And it's not just about the money.
Right.
They've got all sorts of training programs like the Academic Women in Leadership program.
Oh, that's fantastic. It shows a real commitment to supporting diversity and inclusion.
Absolutely. And speaking of support, have you seen their work-life balance initiatives?
Yeah, I was really impressed. Flexible work arrangements, generous leave provisions, and subsidized on-site childcare.
It's amazing.
It seems like they thought of everything.
Well, they recognize that people have lives outside of work,
Yeah.
and they want to make sure their employees can manage everything.
Yeah, it's really refreshing to see an institution that gets it.
Totally.
You know, childcare costs in Melbourne can be outrageous.
Oh, tell me about it.
So having that subsidized on-site childcare must be such a relief for parents who work there.
Absolutely. The average cost of childcare in Melbourne can be like $150 a day or more. So the subsidized rates at UniMelb can save families a ton of money.
That's incredible. It's not just about the cost either. It's the convenience and the peace of mind for parents.
Exactly.
They even have this really cool option called the Family Club Cooperative, which is a community-managed childcare center.
I've heard good things about that.
Yeah. It just feels like they're really creating a supportive environment for families.
They're going above and beyond.
But let's face it, a supportive work environment is more than just benefits and perks.
Right.
It's about fostering respect and inclusion.
Absolutely. And UniMelb gets that. They've got a lot of great initiatives in place to make sure everyone feels welcome and respected.
Like their anti-racism action plan. I was reading about that on academicjobs.com.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like they're taking real steps to address racism and promote equity.
That's great to hear. It's so important for institutions to actively combat racism.
And it's not just anti-racism. They also have some really impressive diversity and inclusion initiatives and a reconciliation program.
Oh, right, which is essential in Australia. Definitely. For those who don't know, the reconciliation program focuses on addressing the historical injustices faced by Indigenous Australians.
Right.
It's all about working towards a more just and equitable future for everyone.
You know, seeing an institution take such a proactive approach is really inspiring.
I agree.
It sounds like they're not just talking the talk.
No, they're walking the walk.
They're really putting in the effort to create a positive and inclusive environment for everyone.
For sure.
I'm honestly so impressed with everything I'm hearing. It sounds like UniMelb isn't just a great place to work.
Right.
It's a place where you can truly make a difference.
Yeah, that sense of purpose is something that a lot of people are looking for in their careers.
It makes you feel like you're a part of something bigger than yourself.
Definitely.
So we've talked about the benefits, the different career paths, and their commitment to diversity and inclusion.
We have.
And I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling inspired.
Me too. And we've only just scratched the surface. There's so much more to discover about what makes UniMelb such a fantastic place to work.
I know. I can't wait to dig a little deeper.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So you know what really struck me about UniMelb?
What's that?
It's their Safer Community program.
Tell me more about that.
It's this resource they have that offers support and advice to anyone who has experienced or witnessed, inappropriate behavior.
Oh, that's important.
It really makes sure that everyone feels safe and respected.
Yeah, having a dedicated program like that sends a really powerful message.
It does.
It shows that they actually take these issues seriously.
Yeah.
And they're committed to creating that positive and supportive workplace.
Exactly. It's about creating a culture where people feel comfortable speaking up.
Right.
And know that they will be heard and supported.
We've been talking a lot about the overall work environment and the benefits.
We have.
But I'm kind of curious about what it's actually like to work at UniMelb.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of research are they known for?
Well, UniMelb is a powerhouse in tons of different fields.
Oh, cool.
They're really well known for their work in things like medicine, law, engineering, and the arts.
Wow, that's quite a range.
It is.
Do you have an example of any, groundbreaking research that's going on there?
Oh, absolutely. One area where they're really making waves is in biomedical engineering.
Okay.
Professor Fiona Wood, she's a renowned plastic surgeon and researcher at UniMelb.
Got it.
She's the one who developed that revolutionary spray-on skin technology for burn victims.
Wow. I've heard about that. It's incredible.
It's an amazing example of how research at UniMelb has a real impact on people's lives.
Yeah, that must be so rewarding to be part of something like that.
It is. And it's not just limited to medicine.
Oh, right.
UniMelb is also home to the Nossel Institute for Global Health.
I don't know that one.
They focus on tackling global health challenges through their research and their education and policy engagement.
Wow, that's impressive.
They're working on finding solutions to some of the world's biggest health issues.
Like what?
From infectious diseases to climate change.
Wow. It really does seem like a place where you can make a real difference.
It is.
So, okay, let's say someone is thinking about working at UniMelb.
All right.
We know they have a ton of different jobs available.
Yeah.
But how can someone actually go about finding the right role for them?
That's where our pals at academicjobs.com come in.
Oh, of course.
They've been such a great resource for us.
Seriously, if you're looking for a job in academia or at a university,
Yeah.
you have to check out academicjobs.com.
I know, right?
And UniMelb posts a lot of their open positions on there.
They do. So if you're feeling inspired by what we've been talking about, head over to academicjobs.com and start your search.
That's great advice.
It's so user-friendly.
Okay, good.
You can easily find jobs that match your skills and interests.
And I love that they don't just list jobs.
Right.
They also give you resources and tools to understand different career paths in academia.
And they even give you tips on how to write a great application.
It's like having a personal career coach right in your pocket.
Uh-huh. It is.
Okay, so say I'm thinking about a career move to UniMelb.
Okay.
What advice would you give me?
I'd say first do your research.
Makes sense.
Look into the different departments, research areas.
Great.
Really think about the impact you want to make.
Yeah, that's great advice. UniMelb has so many options.
They do.
You need to figure out what you're really passionate about.
Absolutely. Oh, and don't be afraid to reach out to people who work at UniMelb already.
That's a good point.
Networking can be so valuable.
Yeah, you can learn so much about the different roles and the culture there.
Exactly.
So it's all about being proactive and making those connections.
It is. And, remember, a career at UniMelb is more than just a job.
Right.
It's a chance to be part of a community
that's
pushing the boundaries of knowledge and making a positive difference.
It's pretty inspiring.
It is. And the best part is it's all within reach.
Yeah.
You just got to take that first step.
I love that. So to wrap up our deep dive on UniMelb, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Go for it.
Imagine yourself walking across that beautiful campus.
Okay.
Surrounded by all those brilliant minds, engaged in work that challenges and inspires you.
I love it.
Imagine knowing that you're contributing to a community that values your unique talents and supports your growth.
It's a great feeling.
Imagine the satisfaction of being part of something bigger than yourself.
Absolutely.
Something that's shaping the future.
That's the power of a career at UniMelb. And it's waiting for you.
So what are you waiting for?
I know, right?
Head over to academicjobs.com
Yeah.
and start exploring all those amazing possibilities at the University of Melbourne.
You never know. Your dream career might be just a click away.
It really might.
Yeah.
I think what's really been hitting home for me during this deep dive is it's not just about, the benefits or like the amazing research going on.
Yeah.
It's that overall feeling that UniMelb is a place where
People care.
people genuinely care.
Yeah. There's definitely a sense of community there.
Yeah.
And a commitment to excellence that's contagious.
And they go beyond just the work itself.
Right.
They really prioritize the well-being of their employees.
That's so key.
I know.
UniMelb really gets that happy employees are productive employees.
For sure.
It's all connected, the work-life balance,
Yeah.
the professional development, the inclusive environment.
That's what sets them apart, I think.
Yeah.
It's not just about, attracting the best people,
Right.
but it's about nurturing them
Absolutely.
and creating a culture where everyone can really thrive.
They're investing in their people for the long haul.
Yeah.
And that has a huge impact,
Yeah.
not just on the university, but on the wider community as well.
It's like they're saying, hey, come join us. Let's do something amazing together.
And that's a powerful message.
I know.
Yeah.
Especially for people who are looking for a career that has meaning.
Cool.
Okay, so I think we've given everyone a pretty good idea of what it's like to work at UniMelb.
I think so.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
the best way to really get it is to just experience it yourself.
You got to dive in.
And lucky for us,
Right.
academicjobs.com makes it super easy.
They do.
Honestly, they're like the ultimate resource if you're thinking about a university career.
They've got everything you need.
And they have a ton of listings for UniMelb.
Tons.
So if you're ready for that next step,
Yeah.
head over to academicjobs.com and see what UniMelb has to offer.
It's time to unlock your potential.
It is. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
See ya.